The morning sun spilled across Maple Grove Lane, a quiet street in Willow Creek, Virginia, on August 15th, 2024, when chaos erupted over a perfectly trimmed hedge. I'm Ethan Carter, a former Marine now working remotely, married to my ROC Commander Sarah Bennett, a Navy officer fresh off a grueling 9-month deployment on the USS Eisenhower. Our neighbor, Margaret Hayes, a 64-year-old widow and self-proclaimed guardian of Crestwood Estates, had been plotting for weeks. She called the cops on Sarah, claiming our hedge broke every rule in the book. But within minutes, the officer was asking Sarah for advice. Margaret's vendetta wasn't about the hedge, it was a cover for a $5 million secret that would unravel her world. Buckle up because this gets wild. Sarah's black SUV rolled into our driveway at 10:23 a.m., and I was waiting, clutching roses, my heart pounding like I was a kid again. She stepped out in her crisp Navy uniform, exhausted but radiant, and for a fleeting moment, everything was perfect. I swept her up, her laughter cutting through months of lonely nights. Then Margaret stormed out, waving a clipboard like a weapon. "Stop right there," she bellowed. "That hedge violates 8 community codes." Her voice dripped with venom, accusing Sarah of flouting rules while gallivanting on some ship. Sarah, still in my arms, asked calmly, "What's the issue, ma'am?" But Margaret dialed 911, sobbing to dispatch about a military woman threatening her life. Here's the kicker. Margaret signed our hedge approval 6 months ago, complete with HOA stamps. She was the HOA's unofficial tyrant, measuring lawns with a ruler, reporting stray holiday lights. But she'd forgotten one detail. Sarah wasn't just any Navy officer, she commanded respect. Officer Daniel Brooks arrived, lights flashing, neighbors peeking from windows. Margaret launched into her victim act, claiming Sarah's military intimidation scared her senseless. But Sarah, cool as steel, handed Brooks the signed approval. His demeanor shifted instantly. "Commander Bennett," he said, saluting her service, "how should we proceed?" Margaret's face crumpled as her plan backfired. The real story? Margaret wasn't fighting for rules. She learned about a $250 million retail complex breaking ground across the street, a game-changer for property values. Our 4-foot hedge blocked her view of the future shops, slashing her home's value by $350,000. She'd been scheming for months, photographing our yard, calling city officials, all to undo her own approval. Her lies escalated. She called an illegal HOA meeting, excluding Sarah, and spread rumors of Sarah's dangerous behavior. At the meeting, Margaret's slideshow painted our hedge as a neighborhood menace, but Sarah dismantled her with facsimiles, signatures, bylaws, leaving Margaret exposed and humiliated. Then Margaret went nuclear. She posted online, "Navy officer terrorizes widow over illegal hedge," with doctored photos and hashtags like military abuse. The post exploded 500 shares in hours. Sarah's unit info leaked. Trolls called for her discharge. Our car was egged, our mailbox stuffed with threats. Sarah, who'd faced combat, broke down, fearing her career was over. But Margaret's TV interview was her downfall. Grilled about her signed approval, she snapped, "I don't care about her, service civilians matter too." The backlash was brutal. Veterans rallied, hashtags like "Stand with Sarah" trended, and 300 supporters gathered in our park, waving flags. Sarah's CO backed her fully, and neighbors brought apologies and casseroles. Margaret's greed cost her everything. Her house, once worth $950,000, sold for $510,000 after buyers fled, spooked by her infamy. She was shunned, stores refused service, friends ghosted her. A developer, James Thornton, revealed her plot. She'd calculated profits, studied sightlines, and planned to tank our hedge for a payday. Moving days saw her alone, loading boxes in the rain, no one waving goodbye. She mumbled an apology to Sarah, who replied with grace, "I hope you find peace." 6 months later, Margaret was renting a cramped apartment, driving past our thriving street. Our hedge became a symbol of resilience. Our home's value soared, and a new military family moved into Margaret's old house. welcomed with a block party. Last month, Margaret was arrested for harassing new neighbors over their mailbox. Has she learned anything, or is she still a menace? Comment your wildest neighbor stories. Should Sarah have sued for defamation? Could you forgive a neighbor like Margaret? Share if you believe in standing up to bullies, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping tales.